Alice is here to explain how we are all to blame. And when you look at this table, actually, you can understand why this is such a huge problem.
It's massive, yes. And some might say, gosh, it's taken a long time for us to get here. But we are at this point today where Theresa May is right now standing up and waging war on our throwaway plastic culture. She's basically going to say that...
She's just started.
She's just started.
Do you want to have a listen? Let's have a quick listen.
To make ours the first generation to leave the natural environment in a better state than we found it. As we leave the European Union, which for decades has controlled some of the most important levers in environmental policy.
So we've actually got a summary of what she's going to say.
We've had a preview of her speech, which basically says it has taken a generation to create this plastic culture, this disposable, one-use mentality. And within the next generation, we can put that right. And really, she's making quite a significant pledge. She says that she wants to eliminate all avoidable plastic waste beyond by the end of 2042. She wants to do that by encouraging supermarkets to have plastic-free aisles. So we've got some disgusting examples of what we expect and have got used to in our supermarkets. Limes, not only in plastic, but in black plastic as well.
That black plastic stuff's really hard to recycle, isn't it?
Particularly hard
Anything
to
in
get
black
rid of.
is tricky.
Absolutely, because of the colouring.
Why don't they put it in white then?
So why are they putting it in there? The fruit has a very good skin on it, which nature provided it with to protect it. We don't need these. So there will be an aisle in your supermarket where the bananas won't be protected by plastic, the apples won't be in 3 different kinds of plastic. You will have a plastic-free aisle in your supermarket.
In a way, it's our fault because we demand perfect food, don't we? And the supermarkets would say, well, we are just providing what you need. For me, it's always been a case of, you say, OK, so we'll clean it up by 2042. It takes 1,000 years for a plastic bag to biodegrade.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what my view has always been, and this is not about my view, but I'll say it anyway, is that it should be stopped at source.
Absolutely.
We shouldn't be able to buy this stuff. All supermarkets should say, right, that's it. Unless it's absolutely necessary, you can't buy it anymore. We
should make the polluters pay. But in the meantime, what do? We have to do something. We have to take on a sense of responsibility. As you say, 1,000 years for a plastic bag to decompose, to biodegrade, 450 years for a small plastic bottle to biodegrade. Coffee cup, 30 years.
Because a lot of people think that those are made of paper and they therefore think they're recyclable, but they have a plastic coating.
They are recyclable, but they're very expensive to recycle and they don't often get recycled. So lots of these things are recyclable, but they're not being recycled because it's tricky and councils have different policies and we don't put them in the right place or we mess up our recycling by putting extra things in. So we'll have a plastic-free aisle in the supermarket, the 5p plastic bag tax, which has been hugely successful. That's going to be extended to more retailers, so you might go into a small shop and be charged. We will also have some kind of tax for the one use of plastic, the latte levy as well. We need to introduce the same mentality that when we go into a shop, it's not that you get a bonus, you get a discount for bringing your own cup, it's that you get penalised if you don't. And that's worked with the plastic bag. We hate it. We hate paying that price. I walk down the road with my groceries in my arms rather than...
What's wrong with a paper bag? What's wrong with the big... You see the American, sort of cop shows and they're all carrying their groceries home from the store in a big paper bag.
Yes. But how many bags for life have you got in your house? I've got to have 20.
No, it's true.